Kids, that's what I do to kids. You call me a fucking biff, and I've got it all on camera. Sergeant 75, you will be disgraced, sir. This is the one who called me a fucking biff. And if we did this to him, what would happen to us? We would be arrested. So look at this here, guys. One's on his phone with the engine running.
Is it? Yeah, it needs to.
So the engine's running and he's on his phone. That's live as well. Look, he's still on his phone.
Hello, do you have permission to film on the railway? You are currently on the railway.
They haven't asked me to leave.
Do you have permission to
They haven't asked me to leave.
Today's footage comes from Reggie Photo, and you'll find their channel linked down below in the description. Make sure to check them out and show some support. This one's packed with tense moments, sharp exchanges, and a powerful reminder of why knowing your rights truly matters. So let's jump right into it.
I live in a dream, I think.
Go away, you fucking biff.
Biff?
Go away.
Why?
Because I'm busy and I haven't got time for people like you.
You call me a fucking biff?
I called you a fucking biff.
What for?
Because you're a biff.
Why though?
Now go away because I'm busy.
I just went like that.
Somebody. Yeah, I know, you know me now. So go away.
What are you going to do about it?
Go away, you kid.
Don't call me a fucking biff. Sergeant. Sergeant. You call me a fucking biff. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this fucker's picture. Call me a fucking biff. "75, call me a biff."
Alright guys, let's get straight into it. Because what unfolds here is one of the wildest displays of unprofessional police conduct you'll ever witness. The footage begins with a tense atmosphere around a British transport police operation, and almost immediately, one officer loses control of himself in a way that defies logic. While the scene looks routine from a distance, the moment you step closer, the tone shifts from calm to chaotic. The sergeant in question suddenly fires off a barrage of insults, calling the cameraman a biff repeatedly, as if he's trying to provoke a reaction. Instead of showing discipline, he steps forward aggressively, closing the distance like he's ready for confrontation. This moment sets the stage for everything that follows, revealing a level of hostility that simply shouldn't exist in public-facing policing.
That's rude language, sir. Call me a fucking biff. Why?
Because I'm busy and I told you to fucking go away.
That's threatening. You just come into my face, you muppet. I'm a Preston lad. I ain't a football lad here. I'm not a football lad.
Away.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm on a public footpath. You fucking biff.
Come on, we've got more important things to deal with.
Miss, he called me a fucking biff and he's a sergeant.
Okay, we just dealing with.
I'm not a football lad.
Yeah.
I'm not a football lad.
Alright.
He called me a fucking biff.
Okay, are you okay to just?
Can you
walk
tell
away?
me? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm getting a train.
Right, okay then.
Can you tell me what police force he's from? Please,
Let's
miss.
see what force we are here and we've
I don't know. But what? No, is it Blackburn? Is it Preston?
Lancashire Police.
No, but what?
I can't tell you the you've already done the photograph anyway.
What the?
We're just dealing with.
I know, but you weren't dealing with anybody when I was at the side of the van.
Okay.
He called me a fucking biff. Why?
Come on,
To
just
me
go
now,
to the police.
I've had a very, very long day.
Yeah.
I'm very busy. I'm very tired.
Yeah.
I've still got a long time to go on this shift. And
Yeah.
the last thing I need is people like you coming to the side of my police van, pulling fucking stupid faces when I've got stuff to do. I am a very busy man. Clearly,
Can I pull stupid
if you wish
faces?
to make a complaint about me, fill your boots. But I've had enough.
What
and I need
station
you
are you
to go
What
away.
station are you based at?
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yes. Alright.
Right.
Thank you very much. You've had your fun now. Please will you leave
No,
the
I'm catching a train.
Right, well, go and get a fucking train then.
Serious, Constable? Are you a sergeant?
Yeah, go and get a train. If you want a train.
That's unwanted contact, that.
You're going to finish with getting arrested. You're
You're he's a police officer.
I don't want to get arrested. No, I know. Stop pushing me in my back, please. I'm not a football fan. I'm not a football fan. Sergeant, that is pure that.
There's no need for this, isn't it?
That is pure that. What he did to me then.
3:45. As the exchange intensifies, the sergeant's behavior becomes even more bizarre. He claims he's busy, claims he's tired, claims he hasn't got time, yet somehow has time to march toward a member of the public and escalate the situation with insults. The cameraman asks him directly why he's using slurs, and instead of correcting himself, the sergeant doubles down. He positions himself inches away, almost daring the public to respond, knowing full well that any reaction could be twisted into a so-called offense. Meanwhile, other officers hover nearby, unsure whether to intervene or pretend nothing is happening. What you're seeing is a breakdown in standards, a complete disregard for professionalism, and a moment where the uniform becomes a shield not for duty, but for unchecked ego.
Walk to the train station.
Did you witness the pushing?
I'm not witnessing any pushing, no.
You didn't witness the
No,
pushing?
we're just removing you from the area because
I'm going on a train. I'm going on a train.
But why are you not walking? Come on.
Why would he use that language to me though?
Come on.
Please, miss.
Come on.
Please be understanding.
Where do you travel?
I'm going on a train.
Yeah, where do you travel to?
Well, I don't have to tell you that.
Right, okay then.
But he called me a fucking biff, didn't he?
Okay, I'll leave you to it.
So, is he a sergeant?
Are you walking to the train station?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
But I can't stay here and have a fag, right? Wow. So I've just proved to you guys, Lancashire Police, that is sheer absolute craziness. Lancashire Police are the worst force, second to the Met. And I've just proved that to you. You call me a fucking biff? What's a fucking biff mean? Guys, that's a sergeant for you there. Excuse me, Constable. Do you know when I was at the pillar before and I was doing that? Would you take that as offensive?
Really, no.
I weren't causing any offensive or threatening behaviour or anything. And I went like that, you know where my ears? Like that, next to my ears. And the sergeant called me a fucking biff. What is a fucking biff? I don't know what one is.
I don't know, mate.
He told me, yeah, he's had a bad day, but I'm not a football fan.
Moving deeper into the timeline, the cameraman calmly explains he's simply heading for a train. Not a football match, not a protest, not an incident. Yet the sergeant continues accusing him of being some type of football lad, as if that alone justifies verbal abuse. The contrast is shocking. One side is composed and asking straight questions. The other is red-faced, emotional, and completely unable to justify his conduct. Other officers try to smooth it over by claiming the sergeant is having a long day, but long days don't excuse misconduct. What you're seeing here is a force desperately trying to mask embarrassment. And as the cameraman states openly, this is Lancashire Police, an organization already known for problems, now proving every criticism true in a single shocking confrontation.
I'm literally not a football fan, honestly. I don't support Preston, I don't support Blackburn. I'm not a football fan. But that's what he called me. He called me a fucking biff. Sergeant, 75 collar number, Lancashire Police from Blackburn.
Chili dog.
Wow, that is crazy. That's like proper, like going against professional standards, that innit, in the policing, really. Are you a British Transport or? Oh, sorry, mate. So you're different, aren't you, to them?
I'll see you in a bit, pal.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hey, I weren't meaning anything disrespectful to you there, buddy. It was just a bit of fun, you know, trying a bit of humour. Live. There's a car there. You're gonna get. No, I'm not going to get out of it. You are currently live to hundreds of people, sir.
You're behaviour towards police officers today has been nothing but disgraceful.
Disgraceful? I've got it all on record. I've got it all on record. I got it all on record. What did I swear?
Did I swear or anything like that to you, sir?
You'll be ashamed of
What
yourself.
did I swear?
Police officer.
Pull in a face?
When we're very busy people.
Pull in a face? You committed a public order offence. You called me a fucking biff.
Very, very busy
Did you call me a
people,
fucking
and
biff?
you're a disgrace towards
Did you call me a fucking biff?
Pull faces towards the police.
Pull a face. That's what I do to.
The next sequence shows the cameraman attempting to clarify the situation with another constable. He asks a simple question. Was he doing anything threatening? The officer admits he wasn't. All he did was pull a harmless face, a silly gesture that any officer with self-control would ignore. But the sergeant took it personally and launched into insults. The irony deepens when the cameraman politely asks what the term even means. Nobody can explain it. Nobody wants to justify it. Instead, they try to deflect, pretend it didn't happen, or hope it will be forgotten. But the camera is rolling, and the footage doesn't lie. What becomes clear is that the moment the sergeant lost control, every other officer began scrambling to protect him rather than uphold standards.
Kids, that's what I do to kids. You call me a fucking biff, and I've got it all on camera. Sergeant 75, you will be disgraced, sir. This is the one who called me a fucking biff. And if we did this to him, what would happen to us? We would be arrested. So look at this here, guys. One's on his phone with the engine running.
Is it? Yeah, this one right now.
So the engine's running and he's on his phone. That's live as well. Look, he's still on his phone.
Hello, do you have permission to film on the railway? You
Pardon?
are currently on the railway.
They haven't asked me to leave.
Do you have permission to
They haven't asked me to leave.
You're obviously causing a few issues to inconvenience.
They haven't asked me to leave, sir.
You're causing issues to the convenience of people on the railway.
I'm causing an issue to convenience.
Yeah.
To who to, sir? Have you had a complaint?
Well, you're obviously harassing my officers.
Harassing your officers?
Well, I'm seeing people a little bit upset when you're speaking to them.
Do you know why they're upset? Because I've caught them out calling me a fucking biff, and I've got the evidence to back that up. Would you endorse that sort of language?
I'm not going to comment on what other people are saying.
So if I called you a fucking biff now, how would you react to that?
I'm quite offended the fact that you...
Would you arrest me for that?
You've sworn on the railway, which is contrary to a bylaw 8, so I suggest you...
And I would not do that, sir.
You have
No, I've told you what he said.
sworn.
No, I told you what he said.
It doesn't matter because you've sworn.
What, by repeating one of your...
Acceptable behaviour.
I'm making... Can I report a crime to you?
You can absolutely report a crime.
Well, I want to report a crime to you. One of your constables called me a fucking biff.
Right. Which
Right.
constable?
Sergeant 75.
Well, that's not a constable, that's a sergeant.
Well, it's still a crime. I'm repeating his words. I haven't said them. I'm saying what he said to me.
Then comes the turning point. The sergeant tries to claim that the cameraman committed a public order offense simply by repeating the insult back while describing the incident. The mental gymnastics are astonishing. The officer who used the word claims it's fine for him to say it, but not fine for the public to repeat what he said. When the cameraman points out the hypocrisy, the sergeant tries to deflect again, insisting he's the victim. Meanwhile, the officer sits in his patrol car on his mobile phone with the engine running, completely oblivious to the fact he's now creating a second problem for the camera to capture. What you witness here is not policing its entitlement on display, cloaked behind a uniform that should represent integrity, not intimidation.
Me.
Hey, well, you've then said, what if I call you?
So I'm asking you what in return.
You have sworn without referencing another person.
Well, can I just tell you this, sir? Just spin this here. We're live to a lot of people right now,
really
right?
bothered about that.
So therefore, just be careful where you go with
Do you
this.
understand that the railway bylaws?
I know the bylaws, but they haven't. None of the British Transport Police have asked me to leave.
It's a constable.
A British Transport Constable, not a Lancashire Police Constable.
No, you're misunderstanding the law. It says the word constable. Constable can enforce a bylaw. Yes, BTP have primacy. However, a constable can enforce a bylaw. You are currently, by swearing, acting in an unacceptable manner.
Oh, so here we go, guys. Another tyrant here. He's just said that I am swearing by merely repeating a sergeant's words. That's what I was doing. I wasn't swearing. No. Listen, Constable. So you are not. You can't. No. I asked you a question. I asked you a question, Constable. You're a sergeant as well. So is this how sergeants go down? I swore. I asked you, how would you feel if I called you that? Right? So I won't repeat it again because I don't use that language. I don't use that language. I don't because it weren't directed at you. He directed it at me.
Then what I'd advise you, if you've got evidence, ring 101 and make a complaint.
I want to make a complaint to you now.
Investigate another sergeant. If you say rank me, so what I would suggest.
Oh, you can't investigate another sergeant? He's same rank. That's corrupt. That. I will be doing it in my own time. I asked you a question. I wasn't swearing at you, and you know that, Constable.
However, the second time.
You know I weren't swearing at you.
Swearing in the general way.
But do you know what? If there's no member of public making that complaint, if there wasn't a person in the hearing of sight of that verbal, well, you haven't got a complaint of it. So there you go. You do, because you can't be offended by that word.
I'm not talking
that might be in my vocabulary.
I'm talking about the bylaws.
Bylaws for the train station. So no British Transport Police Constable has asked me.
As the conversation with British Transport Police continues, things get even more revealing. A BTP officer admits there's no issue with the cameraman being present, no breach of bylaws, no need for removal. The only people who seem agitated are Lancashire officers who were caught on camera behaving disgracefully. The cameraman asks a fair question. If he had used that same language toward an officer, would he be arrested? The answer is yes. Yet the sergeant uses the language freely, without hesitation, without consequence. This double standard exposes a major flaw in policing culture. The rules are enforced only when convenient, and accountability evaporates when rank is involved. The cameraman attempts to report the behavior, but is then told that a sergeant cannot investigate another sergeant, raising serious concerns about internal transparency.
To leave this, which is accessible from all members of public until you get to that door.
Private property.
It's not up. It's up until you go into them doors.
No, you're
Well,
misunderstanding.
you ask a British Transport Constable here now.
This is part of the
I spoke to a British Transport Constable and he has no problem with me being here, and you do, and you're Lancashire Police.
I have got a problem, so you're swearing.
I'm not swearing. I asked you a question, sir, on your sergeant's
You
words.
sworn.
Seriously?
Well, did you not?
I swore. Is that a public order offence?
I'm not saying it is. Have I said that? Have I said the word?
Well, what are you repeating it for then? Do you know Section 5 public order needs to be abusive and threatening in its nature? Have I abused you or threatened you?
Have I mentioned Section 5 of the Public Order Act?
Well, what law are you trying to stop me from using that word?
Bylaw 8 of the railway bylaws incorporates unacceptable behaviour, including
That's right.
swearing on the railway.
There you go. And I asked you a question about your sergeant who directed them words at me. I've got the evidence and I never use them words. I never use them words at him. He used them words at me. And I'm asking you if that's acceptable for your sergeant to call me something biff. I will not use that word again if you don't want me to.
I find it quite offensive if you do.
I find it offensive that he directed that word at me.
Then I suggest you ring 101, who will take your complaint.
Well, you're not looking good, Sergeant, because you're absolutely... Because I'm asking you a question.
You're asking me to say complaint.
No, I'm asking you a question on what your sergeant said to me, and you're saying that I'm guilty of the thing that he said to me.
I don't know what he said. I was not there.
You tried to get me off this property for using a word that your sergeant said to me. Did you just try to get me to leave here for that word? Well, you have no law to say that. I'm walking in my capability. Bye. See, there you go, guys.
The documentary closes with a powerful, damning sequence. The officers attempt to twist the narrative, claiming the cameraman was the one swearing even though the only words spoken were direct quotes from the sergeant himself. It becomes painfully clear the officers are trying to force him off the property under the guise of maintaining order, when the truth is far simpler. They want him gone because he exposed misconduct they cannot justify. As the cameraman walks away, he highlights the corruption, the blatant double standards, and the willingness of certain officers to abuse authority rather than admit wrongdoing. Lancashire Police, once again, is shown failing the public trust. And the footage stands as undeniable evidence of what happens when cameras shine a light on behavior they never wanted the world to see.